Hey baby dolls, welcome back to another video. We're just going to jump straight in. So I'm starting off cutting off the ends of the tips and matching up the sizes. Now I really want to get one of those what are they called, like the nail clippers that have the magnets, so they show you like how many magnets are on one, like what nail, because you know I wouldn't have to go through this. It would just be like chop 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 and it's all done. But we move. For our next step, we're going to blend the tip with the natural nail. Now this just helps with a seamless application, I think anyway. Anytime I haven't blended it, which is usually on myself because I get lazy when I'm doing my own nails, you can kind of see the line through the acrylic. So I like to blend it all together so that it's seamless and there's no like bumps or like raised bumps that are going to show through the acrylic. Just helps so much. If you're wondering what I'm using, my e-file is from Amazon. It's just one of the cheap ones, but it has had me for about a year now. So even though it does go really fast, I would say if you're on a tight budget, get this one. If not, definitely get a Melody Susie one because you'll be able to adjust the speed a bit more, which might be helpful for you, rather than it going super fast and like you haven't, because I'm used to it. But if you're a beginner, you're probably best off getting an e-file that can go really slow and really fast. Next, I'm filing the tip straight or flat. So when you cut in with the cutter, it can kind of be jaggedy or like slanted. So I just like to go back in and make sure that those ends are really, really straight. And this just shortens your filing process. So I love doing this. It kind of gives me the vision of like the full shape. It's not necessary, but I really do like to do it. To prep her nails, I'm using Mia Secret's Extra Bond and it's so good. This is my holy grail. I always talk about it. Now I'm going to start on her acrylic. I'm using a size 10 brush from Kiara Sky and this powder is from Nail Mate. I'll link it in the bio and it's in shade Milky Pink. Perfect for her skin tone. And I place my first bead just where the nail tip and the natural nail connects, and then I'm going to pull that down. For most of this set, I'll probably end up doing a 2 bead, 3 bead, probably 3 bead because her nails are long, but we'll just see how I'm feeling. I think one tip I would say for working with acrylic is take your time. It's best to get acrylics that don't set as fast so that it gives you more time to work with them. I have found another brand that's really good is Glitter Bells. They really let you, like the acrylic is so buttery. That's probably my favorite acrylic brand, to be honest, because the acrylic is super buttery, but then it also allows you the time to work with it. It's not too runny, it's not too thick, the consistency is great. So I do really recommend that. I also recommend patting into your acrylic. So you see me, I'm like patting. See there, I just patted. Always pat it into place. Don't pull, because that's when it gets messy. You're not ready to pull until it's been patted. Always remember that. You guys will see me going over a few spots because I have found that this acrylic was kind of on the transparent side. So even though it is a core acrylic, it still has a bit of transparency to it, as you can see. So I did have to go back in and try and kind of make it a bit more opaque in some places. But overall, I do really like Glitter Planet's acrylic. I think that the consistency is really nice and the colours are really nice as well. Okay, so her acrylic application is actually done now. Now I'm going to go and seal her cuticles, and this really helps with lifting. I found that the better a cuticle is sealed, the better it looks when it's grown out, the better it friggin' lasts. Like, if anything, seal those cuticles to perfection. It also looks so nice, guys. Like, it really looks like it's growing out of your nails, like your actual nail bed, or your cuticles, should I say, when you seal your cuticles really well. So make sure you're getting that pat down. This is just a cuticle bit that I got from Amazon. I got a few in like a package. You can get like a fine one, a medium one, and a coarse one. I stick with the fine one because I don't want to be cutting anyone, even though it has a safety guard. You can see the round bit at the top. But the coarse one is more for like removal of things, or like if you've got a really big bulk, you can kind of just go in and remove it quick. But I like to just gradually build and go down and down and down with the fine one. I don't mind using that. Patience is key, you know. And if you guys have noticed, I actually don't file over the complete nail. That's because if you've got smooth application already and you've sealed the cuticles round so that the shape still looks nice, I don't think it's necessary to go over the full nail. Sometimes I do if I'm feeling like a bit extra, but to me it doesn't really make a difference. I feel like the nails still look great. For the next step, we're going to use our hand file, which is a 100/180 grit, and I'm using the 180 side, which is much more rough. These are from Amazon, link in the bio, of course. And I'm just making sure that we get that really nice sharp square that we like. And as you can see, my file is pressed up against. You see how I'm tilting it inwards a little bit? That really helps because it's just literally straightening it out from the straight edge of the file, if that makes sense. So we're not getting a curve, we're just getting a straight line. Real easy. Well, I should say it's not easy, but it's easy once you get the hang of it. Once you've had a bit of practice and you've got like that technique pat down. If you look, I've got a technique because I'm doing the same thing on every nail. Once you've got that technique, you're good to go. You're good to go, girl. Now let's go back in and make the tip straight/flat again. Now I'm going to make sure I'm getting all of that dust off her nails. Oh, just gotta straighten this edge. Yeah, we good? Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes that happens, like you think that you've done perfect and then you look and you're like, oh, I missed a spot. That's why it's good to check over the nails. But I make sure that I brush off the inside of the fingernails too, because I don't want to be painting and I'm getting dust in the paint, and then that's just going to piss me off. So yeah. Ta-da! This is the shape we're rocking with. Some would say it's square, some would say it's tapered square. Either way, I know that it's crisp as and that's what we like. Now we can move on to polish. Today I'll be using the Macart Tan collection. This is a gel nail polish set. And it is full of beautiful browns. I'll show you a few of the colours now. This is a gorgeous chocolate brown. This is a nice tan, muddy, I would call it a muddy shade. And we've got a nice caramelly, yeah, we'll say caramel shade. And then this one's a bit lighter. I prefer this one, I do really love that. We've got a top coat and a base coat. This is what the nails look like from a client's angle. And she's giving us a nice view. Pretty. And my nails in the background. I love them. Now I'm just putting some more colours on my palette. We're using a range of colours today. Different shades of brown, basically. So, just getting our options out. Also, I know some techs don't like mixing, but I will mix. Like, I don't care, because I do like unique colours. So, don't mind.
2 hours later.
Now we can start painting the French design on using a thin liner brush. I like to use the really long one, so this is the longest one. I had 3 in a pack and they're from the Beauty Supply UK. You can also get them from Amazon, but I like to use the really long ones because it gives me more like control, which you'd think that a shorter one would give you more control, but all you have to do is move your arm with a long one. As for with a short one, you kind of have to move like your wrist more. Does that make sense? Like, I am moving my wrist, but not really. You can see I'm always pulling my hand back, and that's my arm moving. So yeah. And if you can spot the phone in the background, that's our reference picture. That's actually the set that I did on her sister, and we are getting the exact colours. Well, her colours were actually just a little bit off, but then when I did her sister, she was like, no, this needs to be like this. But she's very, very particular, and I kind of like that. You'll get clients that are like that. I also bounced from hand to hand. So if I'm doing one colour on one hand, I'm going to do it on the other. Then she can dry, if that makes sense. So whilst the other one's drying, I'm painting this one on, and then so on and so forth. It's better than completing one hand and then having to wipe off your brush each time, because it's just wasting product. You might as well get it over and done with each colour that you use, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense. Drying times, I'd say we're usually a minute. I don't really, sometimes even less than a minute, because I just wanted it to cure a little bit so that even if I touch it, it's just not going to come out of place or like have my print in it, like my fingerprint or anything like that if I kind of nudge it or whatever. Anyway, let me let you guys watch this process. Painting complete, and it's time to top coat. So I'm using Miley's non-wipe gel top coat, and this is my another holy grail that I have. I haven't swapped it out in probably over a year because I absolutely love it. I think it's so shiny and it really protects the nails. And I'm just going to go over all of the nails with this. One coat will do, and cure for 60 seconds on each hand, and then we're done, and I'll show you the final look.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
Final look. What do you guys think? Let me show you the reference picture. This is the reference picture and this is the outcome. I think they look identical. It's really up to you guys. Look beautiful, beautiful, beautiful extendo. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.
Yeah.